All right, so we're doing another day of getting into routine here. So I'm gonna start with a kind of a sumo squat. Want my knees out. This hip flexibility is super important for our press handstands and strength. So knees tend to go in. I wanna take them out as I take my hips sinking low. Spine tall, breathing. Maybe lift one heel, and then the other. One heel, and then the other. With my hands there, pushing the knees away from me. Sinking lower. And then standing up. Lovely. We're going to do a little stretch here with ideally 2 blocks. Maybe you could use a chair or something else. Spine tall, and then we take our back hip, this is my right hip back, as we lengthen over our front leg, letting our head and neck relax. A few breaths here. And there should be you should be pushing away from the ground with the feet so the legs are active. They're not, and when you do that, when you activate, I can feel my spine start to lift out of my pelvis and I get a little deeper. So lots to think about, pressing on all 4 corners of the feet, little toe, big toe, heel, pushing away, getting a little extension. Exhale, release. Nice. And then coming up a little bit so you can walk yourself over to your other leg. It's not uncommon for one side to be different, so we want to start with pushing away from the ground with our feet, lengthening out the spine. Exhale, release. So again, the more flexible we are, the easier a press handstand becomes, the less strength is needed. So we're working our flexibility here as we push away from the ground, extending the spine. Exhale, release. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Loving it, loving it. All right, coming in, we're going to work a little balance. So we got a little perch like we've done before. We're going to take our hands towards the ground, knees into our pits, rotating the shoulder out. We'll start to come forward. Maybe bending the elbows so you can lift one toe and then the other. Breathing, focusing, being playful with it all. And then coming back down. Nice. 2 more stretches here. We're going to have a pancake stretch, so feet are out wide. First, the spine gets straight and tall. Inhale, exhale, we come hinge forward. We're going to hang out here for a moment. Breathing, elongating, rotating the toes up. Sometimes they tend to fall forward. Walking ourselves over to our right leg. Inhale, come out of the pelvis, engage the core. Exhale, start to hinge forward just a little bit more. Inhales and exhales, right? That's what you're doing anyway. I don't have to remind you. But can you breathe a little deeper, a little fuller? Coming back towards the center here in my home in Joshua Tree with my baby, all the way to the other side. Again, using our breath, inhale, to move us, to groove us. Inhale, extension. Exhale, release. And then we'll walk ourselves back to the center, and we'll, now that we've kind of played with both sides, we'll inhale, get long, get tall, and then we'll exhale and walk with our fingertips out till our head release. If you have your block and you want to, in either height, you know, you've got tons of choices. A place where you can rest your forehead for a moment. And we'll take a few deep breaths here, allowing the body to relax, perhaps taking the block away from our body a little more. It's amazing what a little time can do. Sometimes we, myself included, we grow so impatient. Yet the body, it wants to help us. If it feels safe, it feels protected. So by going into things not at our, 100%, but starting maybe at 75% and letting the body relax and release into it, I feel like you can always go a little further. Taking the gentle approach, as long as you take it. If you're not moving, if you're just watching me, then I guess you're not taking it. And you don't have to look like me. You could even have a chair here. You could be standing and getting the stretch. Maybe you're leaning onto a couch or the banister of your stairs. Oi, oi, oi. And when you've had enough, gently come up. And we'll move into a froggy position. Froggy. But on our backs. So first, with your hands behind you, go ahead and take one foot to the side and then the other, just to counter the stretch we just did, as well as get some more hip mobility and flexibility here. And then when you're ready, slowly come onto your back, making those feet. Well, first take your knees in towards your chest. A little round for your lower back. And then open up those knees and bring them together. So we're making big circles with the knees. 3. And reverse. So if you went out, go in. If you went in, go out. 2. 3. And then we'll move into our final stretch, which is making froggy legs on the ground. So come here, my love. Yeah. So butterflies with our feet together. Froggies, our feet are apart, 90-degree angles. Oh, sometimes the glutes or the buttocks clench. Sometimes things are not feeling good, like, oh, I'm going into it. So just take your block or take something, pillows, take something so you can actually release into this stretch and not cramp up. Oh, but open up. And once you've been there for a moment and your body's like, okay, I can do this, you might go a little deeper, Open a little wider. There's no, in this one, it's not really like trying to look a certain way. I mean, I guess it's everyone. But can you feel an opening in your hips, relaxation, and return to that breath all the way down to your pelvis, right? So this is an opening for our hips while we do some diaphragmatic breathing by breathing into our pelvis, expanding the belly, and then exhale, pulling the belly button towards the spine. So we open our hips as we strengthen our core. When you're ready to come out, nice and slow, no rush, bringing those knees together, perhaps coming to our side, pushing ourselves up. We got into a green marker just now during the video. Is this what happened? Is this our life? Oops. Namaste. Have a great day.